There's a plant ancient pharaohs demanded be buried beside them for the afterlife. A root so powerful it sustained civilizations for over 6,000 years. And today, governments label it one of the worst weeds on Earth. They design chemicals to kill it. They publish manuals calling it dangerous. They built an entire industry around erasing it from farmland. Yet this plant produces more calories per acre than most crops. It survives drought, floods, and poor soil. It needs no fertilizer, pesticides, or machines, and that's exactly why they had to destroy it. This is the story of the superfood we were taught to hate. Welcome to What Nature Hid. In the early 1900s, archaeologists exploring ancient Egyptian tombs discovered something unexpected. Not gold, not jewels, but carefully dried tubers placed beside the dead. Even more shocking, those same tubers were found inside mummies. These weren't symbolic offerings. They were food for the afterlife and the final meal of the living. At Wadi Kubania, researchers uncovered remains of this plant dating back 16,000 years. Long before agriculture existed, humans were harvesting it during the Ice Age. By 5000 BCE, it had become one of Egypt's most important crops alongside wheat and barley. Wall carvings show workers grinding it, mixing it with honey, shaping it into sacred cakes for the god Amun. Greeks boiled it in beer, Romans traded it. For thousands of years it fueled empires. Today we call it tiger nut, though it isn't a nut at all. Its real name is Chufa, or Cyperus esculentus. It's a tuber from the sedge family, related to papyrus. Each plant can produce up to 75 underground tubers. Sweet, nutty, tasting like almond and coconut. Ancient people ate them raw, roasted, or soaked in drinks. Medical papyri prescribed them for digestion, breath freshening, and healing remedies. Arabs spread Chufa to North Africa and Spain, where it became the base of horchata, still produced in Valencia today. But Chufa wasn't just food, it was survival technology. The tubers can be dried and stored for years with no refrigeration, no chemicals, no processing. Add water and they rehydrate, ready to eat or plant. This meant food security during drought, famine, war, and collapse, and nutritionally, Chufa is loaded with complete protein, heart-healthy fats like olive oil, resistant starch that feeds gut bacteria without spiking blood sugar, 4 times the fiber of grains, and minerals like magnesium, iron, potassium, and calcium, gluten-free, dairy-free, allergen-friendly. So here's the real question. If this plant outperforms modern crops, if it thrives without chemicals, if it's fed humans for 16,000 years, why isn't it a global staple? Because Chufa can't be controlled. When it spread into commercial farmland, agriculture declared war on it. Its wild form, Yellow Nutsedge, is now officially classified as one of the world's worst weeds. Universities publish papers on killing it. Chemical companies design herbicides specifically to destroy it. Governments fund eradication programs. Why? Because one plant produces dozens of tubers. Each tuber regrows. It survives drought, frost, chemicals, and time. It refuses to die, and that resilience, the very trait that kept humans alive for millennia, makes it a nightmare for industrial farming. You can't patent Chufa. You can't sell fertilizer to Chufa. You can't sell herbicides for Chufa. You can't force farmers to rebuy seeds every year. Chufa grows freely, reproduces endlessly, and feeds people abundantly without permission. So they rebranded it, not as food, but as a pest. Not as abundance, but as invasion. Not as resilience, but as danger. Meanwhile, wheat struggles without chemicals. Corn collapses without fertilizer. Soy dies without pesticides. Our food system depends on fragile monocultures and constant inputs. And Chufa exposes how broken that system really is. In Spain, Chufa still thrives. In Africa, it's sold in markets. In health stores, it's resurfacing as tiger nuts. Researchers are studying it for fuel, flour, and food security. But governments are still funding ways to kill it. Because a crop that feeds people without corporate permission threatens the entire economic model. They didn't erase Chufa because it failed. They erased it because it worked too well. But knowledge doesn't die. Every person who learns the weed in their yard fed pharaohs becomes harder to control. Every farmer who realizes this plant outperforms wheat threatens billion-dollar industries. Every garden where Chufa grows freely proves the narrative is false. They called it a weed because they couldn't own it. They poisoned it because they couldn't profit from it. They buried it because it exposed the lie. But 16,000 years of human history tells the truth. This plant feeds people, sustainably, freely, and endlessly, and that's why they wanted you to forget it existed. But now you know. If this opens something for you, subscribe to What Nature Hid.